Hello and welcome to Martial Art Basics. Here in this video, I will be covering some tips on training from home. I was going to include some tips on shadowboxing, but I was finding it was making the video a little too long, so I had to edit that out and will be part of another video. A lot of the tips here will be pretty much common sense, and it's focused more on the idea of training striking, particularly in the form of shadowboxing. The tips here also apply to other forms of training, such as if you were training with a partner, the principles are the same, but you need to have more space. Similarly, if you were to do any sort of rolling or grappling. So let's begin. Number 1. Training environment. Firstly, you need to consider your training environment. You need to clear any obstacles, items that you can trip over, and remove any distractions. You need to make sure you have sufficient space. You don't want to be knocking into a coffee table, or stepping on any Lego bricks, or a bee, or punching into any cabinets or a TV. You need to be aware of your surroundings. Fortunately, if you're only doing basic strikes compared to spinning or more advanced techniques, then you wouldn't need as much space. Number 2. Clothing. You need to think about what you're wearing. So generally comfortable and flexible type of clothing. If you're training on laminate flooring, then you want to avoid wearing socks. Otherwise you'll find yourself easily losing your footing. It is also good practice to remove any piercings or jewelry. Number 3. Hydration. Need to be reasonably hydrated, so maybe a mega pint of water.
A mega pint?
Well, not quite a mega pint. Depends on your training environment and how hot and humid it is. So you need to be reasonably hydrated, but not too much that it interferes with your training. You don't want to feel bloated or need constant lube breaks. Number 4. Warm up. Shadowboxing is a good training exercise for warming up. However, you need to really start slowly, and it is a good idea to do a general warm-up beforehand. It doesn't need to be too long. It most certainly shouldn't take longer than the shadowboxing. And then you want to focus on warming up specific body parts, areas prone to injury. Things like joints, such as elbows, shoulders and knees, and areas such as the lower back and hamstrings. You want to be doing dynamic stretches, gradually incorporating bigger movements. And there you have it, 4 general tips to training at home. You are now ready to move on to the shadowboxing. Share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.